All right. Well, she's back home, and yeah, a lot of great things have happened to her, and I kind of want to show you all today. So let's get into it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mr.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
All right, so what's happening, everybody? It is your boy Ken O'Shawn with the world famous Why you ain't singing along with me? Blue Oval Media. And on today, you all have not seen me post much about my own car, and there was a reason why. This car was in the shop to getting some other work done to it once I left Foxbody, and today I'm able to actually show some of that work that got done, and I probably got an announcement to make at the end. So let's get into it and let's talk about some of the work that was done. So some of you all can remember from a previous video that I needed to put that new lower pulley in, and you know I tried to do it and it did not happen, but it's in there now. Okay, so that allows for me to have more boost. And so now with the new pulley in there is fine, but we did have an issue with this setup. Could not get the belt was slipping a little bit, so I am going to have to take that idler pulley off and buy a new one. So that was change number one. Change number two was my trunk and cleaning up the wiring. Man, I will have to say I do have a different setup here as it relates to all of my wiring, and very, very even excited about that. The stuff is really clean. Like, look, my truck has never looked this clean. Like, but I'm very, very excited about that. So the wiring is cleaned up a little bit, actually a lot bit, and you know, we had to make sure that everything was checked, every power, every ground, and a lot of changes were made. So I am excited about that. And so for you all that follow the channel, you also know that my Holly screen went out. And so as the team went through all of the wiring, we made sure that everything was good on that end as well. So I never have an issue again. So whether it was my fault, it don't matter whose fault it was, we got that rectified. The Holly screen is back in the car, and I kind of want to show you all that. And so as you can see, the screen is back in there. Obviously the radio is working. But here's what's even more interesting. This is so amazing that the plastic is still on here. Now, you all can't tell by this, but the plastic is still on here. I'm gonna take this plastic off. I don't think I need to do a reveal right now, but the plastic is still on here. So I'm gonna make sure I get that plastic off, but the Holly screen is in there working. Obviously that is working, but then we have a new place for the Terminator X screen, the smaller screen. I actually have it mounted and sitting right here. Kind of works for me. Everybody don't necessarily wouldn't care for it sitting right there, but it works for me. So like I said, but definitely back excited seeing that Holly screen work. Like, you all have no idea seeing that work and having all of this ready at the same time. And so that's kind of the update on that. So the con of having this steering wheel is that, man, when you're driving, as I was driving yesterday for the first time, it kind of blocks the screen a little bit. I'm not necessarily a fan of that, so don't know if I'm gonna change that later or whatever, but that's just unfortunately what it is right now. So might do something different later, but for right now, this works. Another thing that was key, as you all can see, I had to change my valve stem because it kept tapping that caliper. So this is the third one I've put in this thing so far. And now I'm working with this right here. I have to keep this with me in order to fill up those tires. But it made everything work. So, I mean, hey, I just want these to, you know, try to make the last minute decision to make Foxbody, but the valve stem was tapping the caliper, so I had to mess around and get this. And so another thing too, had to get some adjustments here, and my bump steer was adjusted. Can't really necessarily show you that, but it had to be adjusted once I lowered the car back again and had this slam to the ground. The bump steer was adjusted. But then also, we have, I don't know how well the camera's going to catch that down there. It's a little bit difficult, but we have a whole new distribution block and wiring all running down there. Very, very clean setup. Kind of hard to show you, but it is a very, very clean setup. So excited about that as well. So the question that you're asking is like, do I have more boost? I absolutely do. Do I have more horsepower? You'll find out soon. But yeah, I'm out. This is making me be now at 26 pounds of boost. So excited about that. And then one of the other things that I got done, reverse lockout is now not on a switch anymore. It is actually hooked up to the Holly. And so I'm just gonna be honest with you all. I'm not gonna reveal it just yet, but the shop that did this work, I'm gonna be honest, they did an amazing job. I'm gonna reveal who that shop is once we actually finish and I put this dialer on here to do the actual next dyno tune. It's already been tuned and everything. Got a little belt slippage, but I'm going to show you all them. Their work was hands down amazing. Like, it's clean. The car does what it's supposed to do. They found some stuff that was wrong. They corrected it, and I'm very, very pleased with what I have now, and I feel safe with it. So reverse lockout is now working through the Holly. I'm like, that Holly system is like amazing. I didn't even know you could do something like that. So once they told me that they could do it, I said go right at it. And so yeah, it's a new shop. So like I said, I will show you all who that shop is once we finish with the last portion of the actual dyno pull that you all are going to see real soon. Another thing that was done on my exhaust, I was kind of embarrassed at Foxbody. Shout out to my man Tom. Tom thought I had some type of cutout on my exhaust, and no, I actually didn't. With the clamps that were on the previous exhaust, my actual muffler has slipped off the tailpipe, but I now have V-bands on everything, so that exhaust is tight in there, and so really excited about that now. And to be honest with you all, yesterday was the first time in 7 months that I have fully driven the car. Yeah, some of you all know why. I'll explain that later, but it was the first time I have fully driven the car. And I was driving it at night. So a part of me was a little nervous because of all the stuff that I knew that was wrong. But it was the first time that I had driven this car. And man, it actually felt and rolled pretty good. So what does that mean? That means that once we get this right here, once I get the new one, I am officially done with upgrading this car.
Here we go again.
Yeah, you heard me say it. I'm trying to be. We got to move on. So I should be done. I don't, unless there is some other stuff that is coming. I do have some other small things that I'm doing, a couple of sponsorships. Outside of that, though, personally, I don't have no other goals outside of just wanting to drive this car and enjoy it and just keep it clean. And so that is the upgrades with this car. As we come down to the finale of me doing a whole bunch of Foxbody content, let me make this clear to the world. I ain't 100% not doing it. I'm just saying I'm not doing as much. There's nothing else I can really show you all with this car. Unless I take this motor out and re-swap it again, there's nothing else I can really show. Just know that finally this car is running well, driving well, and it feels amazing. And one of the things I can say, having these custom wheels on here and having that custom fit really makes this thing feel so much better than just buying off the shelf wheels. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but having that 8-inch in the front and the 10 in the rear, it really felt good, especially with driving at night with all the dark tint and everything that I have. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm saying that this is the end, but let me know what you think. So if you like this video, do me a favor, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when the new videos are coming out. It's your boy Kendall Sean with Blue Oval Media, and I'm officially out.